friends. This is your beautiful, ever smiling host, Lady Ola. I am so thrilled to have you join us back on SMOPPY'S World. If you're new here, you've come to the right place. Listen, always take the time to spread the love and encourage others to share this inspiring episode with them as well. Don't forget to connect with us on all our social media platforms. I'd really appreciate it if you could leave your comments in the comment section. I absolutely love having conversation with you there. Your input means a lot to me. The audio version is also available now on Spotify. Guys, at SMOPPY'S World. In today's episode, let's discuss jealousy in relationships. It's important to acknowledge that feelings of jealousy sometimes stem from deeper issues such as insecurity and fear of loss. These emotions can be powerful and can impact our mental state, our mental health, and relationships. It's important to understand that it is normal to experience jealousy, but it's crucial to address it in a constructive manner and work through these emotions to maintain healthy and positive relationships. As I dive into today's topic, I want to share a personal story about my own experience with jealousy in my relationship. My husband and I were both ordained as pastors on the same day. While I initially didn't want to be a pastor, I yielded to the request from our apostle. Over time, as our church community grew, I found myself feeling jealous and insecure. My husband's attention was increasingly divided, and I felt like I was competing for his affection with the church members, especially the females. These feelings of jealousy stemmed from my own past experiences of neglect, abandonment, and abuse, which resulted in deep-seated insecurity. My purpose in sharing this story is to convey that jealousy can manifest differently in daily life and impact various relationships, including those with family, children, and romantic partners. Jealousy often arises from a fear of not being enough or a fear of losing someone or something we value. It can be driven by low self-esteem and past experiences. Additionally, comparison, especially in the age of social media, it can contribute to feelings of jealousy. When feeling jealous, individuals may engage in behaviors such as checking messages, seeking constant reassurance, or being overly critical of others. It's crucial to recognize these signs of jealousy and address them constructively to avoid negative impacts on mental health and relationships. So here's the truth about jealousy. Jealousy is about terrifying fears of losing what you love and cherish. It's often linked with wanting what someone else has, but that doesn't define it. Jealousy is all about how it affects your mind and worries about what might happen in your partner's life, making you wonder about their feelings and interests. The worst part about it is that jealousy can sometimes make your mind go blank, make it impossible to concentrate on the things you love doing, and even taking over your actions. It could drive you constantly checking their messages, asking many questions, or even hang on to see where they go or what they do. A lot of this comes from jealousy being challenging to deal with. It's not something you can control, and it can cause lots of stress in the relationship. But at the end of the day, it isn't about you or your partner's feelings. It's about understanding and accepting that you and your partner are separate beings who can have their own experiences and emotions. It's about understanding that everyone's unique and that we all have feelings and emotions, even in romantic relationships. So how do you know you're jealous? What are the signs of jealousy? When you are jealous of someone, you might fear losing your position or status to them. When you feel jealous of another person, you might really be feeling temporal anxiety or unease that a person may have what could be yours. With a co-worker, this could be a concern over your position. With your boyfriend or your spouse, it could be fear of losing your relationship. Though you may think of jealousy as occurring exclusively in romantic relationships, you can be jealous in many relationships, including those with co-workers, your classmates, friends, and family. Here is what to look for and to walk through. Signs of jealousy can be tricky to identify, particularly if you are the one experiencing them. Here are some signs that you may be jealous of someone. Number one, you don't celebrate their success. If you've ever felt annoyed that your sister or your brother got praises for doing something correctly, feeling like others complimenting them, or somebody complimenting your spouse or your boyfriend too much, or not sharing in a co-worker's success, darling, you may be jealous of them. Number two, you start to avoid them. If you are actively avoiding someone, it could be a sign of jealousy of them. You may skip meetings with co-workers or get together with friends to avoid interacting with the person. You become overly critical of them. When you're jealous of someone, you may be very critical of them. This can go along with not celebrating their success. Jealousy is happening when you see a husband and a wife criticizing each other. When the spirit came over me years ago, I avoided praising my husband when others were. I had to pray hard for God to show me what to do and overcome that. Today, I'm the most extensive support. And I praise him not only when he achieves, but also when he's failing in some things. So, what causes jealousy? When we feel jealous, chances are that there's something deeper going on that we're being invited to uncover. Number one, like insecurities. Low self-esteem is a significant driver of feelings of jealousy. I had the highest low self-esteem, if there was such an English, a significant challenge I've had for years. Didn't think I was never going to be good enough for anyone because I had my mother say that to me every single day until she died. So I believed it. I always think that I'm not funny enough, not smart enough, or good looking enough. These doubts made me feel insufficient for my partner, leading to self-sabotaging and suspicion. If you tick this box, you're dealing with insecurity and you need to seek help before it consumes you. The second thing, past experiences. Our past can have a significant influence on how we feel now. If someone has let you down or hurt you before, it's natural to worry it might happen again. I've had a couple of relationships that didn't work out and a failed marriage. If you have experienced hurt or been cheated on, your jealousy is coming from there. Number three, fear of loss. Nobody likes to lose someone they care about. In relationships, the thought of losing your partner to someone else can be terrifying, and that fear can stir up feelings of jealousy. Comparison can be a root cause of jealousy as well. Seeing your partner looking at idealized images on social media and comparing yourself to them can be challenging. This can lead to feelings of insecurity and jealousy. What about mood-related factors? How you feel overall can affect how easily you can get jealous. If you are already sad or stressed, you might be more sensitive and more likely to feel envious, especially if you struggle with weight loss or mental health challenges like depression or anxiety. Lack of open communication can also be a reason. I was very jealous back then because my husband and I didn't communicate openly. I was too afraid to start conversations. And because my pastor warned me about marrying him years ago, the lack of communication made me jealous whenever I saw him talking to others, spending time on the phone, or paying too much attention on himself. When you see your spouse discussing with other people, spending their time on phone calls, playing video games, you are bound to be jealous. So how do you deal with jealousy? Jealousy doesn't have to be a permanent guest in a healthy relationship. You can take plenty of practical steps to prevent or move through the feelings of jealousy. Number one, you need to pause and reflect on your feelings. You need to take a moment to think about why you're feeling jealous. Is this something your partner did? Or are these feelings coming from your worries and doubts? Understanding this can help you address the real issue. You might find that your negative self-talk is influencing your feelings. Number 2, you need to talk your feelings out with your partner. When you're feeling jealous, the best thing to do is to talk about it. Sit down with your partner and share your feelings honestly without blaming them. It's about opening up, not starting a fight. If your worries are based on past experiences, you might consider forgiving your past partners and letting go of the grudges and anger. Number 3, work to build trust together. Trust is crucial. Without it, things can get shaky. You need to work together with your partner to build a strong base of trust. This means being reliable, keeping your promises, being honest and open with each other. Number 4, you need to boost your confidence. Feeling good about yourself makes you less likely to feel jealous. Do things that build self-esteem by making you feel proud and confident. I got into fitness, and as I began to see changes in my body and my husband started complimenting my look, my confidence increases and jealousy starts to reduce. Learn something new, have a hobby you love, or taking good care of yourself. If your confidence and self-esteem feel like they've taken a hit, practicing self-care can help you feel more grounded and centered. Trust me. Number 5, you need to focus on the positive by practicing gratitude. Think about what's going right instead of focusing on what is going wrong. I appreciate the good things in your relationship and your partner. This positive focus can help chase away jealous thoughts. Practicing gratitude isn't always second nature, you know. I must confess that practicing gratitude was a serious boost to my self-esteem. When I started to focus on the right thing and ignoring the wrong thing, I started enjoying my relationship. And guess what? Jealousy disappeared. Number 6, setting clear boundaries. It's important to have open and honest conversation with your partner about the boundaries of your relationship. You need to clearly outline what is acceptable and what is not for both of you so that you can prevent misunderstanding and avoid feelings of jealousy. Years ago, I found myself feeling uneasy about a particular person that my husband welcomed into our lives. So I sat him down and we discussed my concerns. It's essential to establish boundaries that foster a sense of safety and understanding in the relationship. So how do you deal with a jealous partner? This is a big one. Number 1, talk about your partner's anxieties. We all have emotional baggage. So it's important to talk to your partner and understand why they feel the way they do. Maybe they were cheated on in a past relationship, or they are self-conscious about their looks. The aim is to try to understand the root causes of their jealousy and how this play out in the relationship. Listening is key, as is validating their point of view. Don't try to win the argument or try to fix the issue. Airing your partner's fears will eliminate their behavior and help you learn something new about them, ultimately bringing you closer. Number 2, be open and honest. As the saying goes, honesty is the best policy. There's no reason to keep secrets if you've done nothing to make your partner distrust you. This will stop your partner from filling in the blanks by themselves and overthinking things. Transparency will help both of you to feel more secure. It will enable a jealous partner to feel reassured that nothing's being concealed from them and help them to, or help both of you to understand where their jealous feelings come from. Number 3, avoid defensiveness. I hate that. Avoid it. Responding to your partner's jealousy by saying, "You should trust me," or I did nothing wrong, it will not solve the issue. Getting defensive will only create heat and fuel your partner's insecurities. Instead, talk to your partner calmly and problem solve the situation together. Talk through behaviors that are hurtful to you and damaging to your relationship, and agree on how to redress detrimental patterns. Number 4, be attentive. Your partner's feelings may seem irrational, but that's not a reason to invalidate them. Being vulnerable with your partner about jealous feelings takes a lot of courage, so you should try to be as supportive as possible. Owing jealousy can be painful and make the jealous partner feel ashamed or embarrassed. So be attentive to your partner's feelings while experiencing how their jealous makes you feel. Okay? Number 5, show affection. Feeling unwanted or rejected can trigger jealousy. So try giving your partner the attention they are craving for. A simple show of love like planning a date night or being more affectionate is often all it takes. Guys, so for anyone struggling with feelings of jealousy, it's important to walk through these emotions by practicing self-compassion, building self-esteem, and maintaining open communication with partners. It is crucial to recognize the deeper emotions behind jealousy and take steps to address them in order to cultivate a healthier relationship dynamics. Seeking support from trusted individuals or professionals to navigate these complex feelings is completely okay. Ultimately, it's vital to nurture your relationship and not allow jealousy to overshadow the connection you have with each other. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so thrilled you did, and I hope you find this helpful in many ways. Remember to love yourself and your neighbor. Feel free to follow me on all my social media. Share, comment, and spread the love. If you haven't had it today, let me be the first to tell you that I love you and I believe in you to make the best out of life. See you in the next episode. Take care now, and God bless.